friends, I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know this video is going to be chopped up because I have 3 kids and it's been a busy morning, and this is my second time refilming this collection. But I wanted to get it out to you guys on my blog. You guys support me so much, especially when I review the Chanel and Dior collections. So I wanted to make sure I had a video to accompany the blog because I know a lot of you guys were interested in this collection and what my thoughts were. Real quick, hi, hello, my name is Imani. I am a mom of 3, a breast cancer survivor, and a beauty and fashion content creator that blends the intersection of health and beauty and fashion together whenever I can. I am most active on Instagram. I post on Instagram pretty much every day. I try to save the weekends for myself, but I post on Instagram pretty much every single day. So if you want to hang out with me, if you want to come and talk and chat, go follow my Instagram and I would love for you to join our family over there. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe over here on YouTube. This is the year that I really want to focus on growing my YouTube, and I don't know why I chose 2025 to be so like gung-ho about it, especially since I'm going into surgery, but we will see how I make it. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers and I still have my Chanel giveaway that I want to do with you guys. I don't want to take too much more of the time for the intro. I want to kind of just jump straight into this video, and like I said, it's a little chaotic, so I'm going to try to edit it so like things are a little bit more concise and you don't have to deal with the whole home life here with my 3 kids. However, I am going to be talking about the pieces that I picked up from the Jeux De Lumiers collection. I hope I'm saying that right, which is going to be this oversized quad palette, a stylo U pencil, and the ombre essential. This collection launched in boutiques, I want to say 3 weeks ago, but I was not going to drive up to Seattle or to Spokane just to pick up some beauty products, and so I waited till it launched online. It launched online January 2nd, bought it the day it came out, and then it arrived yesterday or 2 days ago, something like that. So I've had some time to play around with it. My initial thoughts have somewhat changed. I'll kind of discuss that in the video. But with that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, for the record, I was running around like a mad woman this morning, so I'm a little just discombobulated. My hard drive, for some reason, is not loading on my laptop, and I had already filmed this and several other things that are all on the hard drive. So if I kind of want to stick to doing things on like a schedule, like is my goal, I have to make it do what it do and redo it. So I'm going to start off by playing with this Jeux De Lumières palette. And I already have my opinions, but I'll kind of talk through these opinions as we go. And then maybe my opinions will change. Because I have to say, when I first started playing around with this palette, I had some thoughts. Let's just say I had some thoughts. I want to actually start off with the ombre essential. I didn't do this last time and I kind of regretted it because the whole reason for buying this one was to have a matte in this collection. And I feel like that's what the palette is missing, is a good matte. So we are, no. We are going to do a take 2. We're going to do a take 2 because I have an idea. Forgot there was a reason I brought this concealer over. See, like I said, my mind is all over the place. So we are going to lay down some concealer on my lids first. Not too much, but just lay down a little bit of concealer on my lids. And that is because with my deeper skin tone, especially on my lids are naturally darker than the rest of my face. I want a really good base there. Here's a brush that I was using for concealer. Like I told you guys before, I don't really like using my hands on my face. And I've been doing that recently. And my skin isn't bad, but I feel like my skin is just so much better if I use like a brush. Because I feel like my hands are clean, but because I clean them all the time. I don't know. I just feel like the hands spread bacteria just a lot easier. So I'm putting down a nice solid base using the Chanel concealer, just because I want to use pretty much all Chanel products for this look. But honestly, I'd probably use another concealer. I really like the Armani one. So if I was just doing this to do it, I would probably use the Armani concealer. So now that I have a good base on my lids, I'm now going to go in with this latte color and kind of pat that down on the lids to give me like a really good matte base here. And I feel like I need this with this palette because it is all shimmer. It's shimmer, 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 which I think is fun for the summertime, but I need more than just shimmer in my life. It made it really hard for me to use this palette the first go around and left me feeling really uninspired. And I apologize for my voice too. I am a little sick. But what I think I figured out is I feel like this palette is supposed to be in addition to other things. Like I don't feel like the palette's meant to be like used alone, which is annoying when you're paying $88 for a makeup palette. It is almost $100 and you can't use it by itself. Very annoying that they're charging $88 for a palette that really can't stand on its own. But I do have to say I loved the formula. The formula I feel like is better on the eyes than the Winter Tales palette that they released. And it's amazing on the cheeks. So the formula's there. But the usability is kind of limited for me. Now that I have my base, I'm going to go in with the Lumiere palette. So as you can see, these shades right here, they're different in color, but I feel like the tone is very much the same. It's giving me 4 options for different types of gold here. So I have like a little warm gold here, a more like vibrant gold over here. I have like a rosy champagne over here and your classic champagne kind of colors over here. So I'm getting lots of gold, which I generally love, especially for the spring and summertime. I just feel that since they're all shimmery and they're all warm, they're going to play very similar on deeper complexions. When I was looking through pictures, they played very similar on like lighter complexions too. So the colors are colors that work, but I feel like they work better in conjunction with other colors and other tones. And so I was a little disappointed that we didn't get more. I want to go in with this color right here. I think it's going to play really well with the brown and kind of just do that at the center of my eyes. I feel like that's going to give me a really, really nice look here. I feel like, so this is my first time using this on top of the matte shade. I feel like it is applying better being on top of that matte shade. And so I am liking how these blend together. Yeah, I really don't feel like this palette was meant to be used alone. I feel like it was meant to be used in tandem with all these other ombre essential colors that they have, and they have a whole bunch of these colors, so you can kind of really play around, mix and match, get like that custom look that you want. My thing is, if I'm paying $88, I kind of want it all in the palette already. I don't want to have to go and order more to get, you know, the looks that I want. So next I'm going to go ahead and use this rosy color over here. And I think I'm going to try to get that kind of on top. I think normally if I wasn't creating a look for YouTube, I'd only use 1, maybe 2 colors at a time to do a look. Just, you know, using this normally. So I wouldn't do shimmer and shimmer and shimmer like this for a day-to-day look. But I'm trying to show you guys this palette, and I'm trying to show you guys this palette on a deeper complexion. So we're we're gonna try them all in this look. And so it shows up. I'm not sure how well you guys can see it. The pink does show up. It's a very gorgeous kind of rosy gold on my skin. I think this will look gorgeous on the cheeks. But I'm telling you right now, last time when I didn't really have a good base down, it wasn't showing up nearly this well. So I like it. I do think this would be a great color just to kind of stay as a shimmer, but maybe like this color here as a matte would have been nice. Or maybe the gold as a matte too would have been nice. Okay. I'm going to take a more flat brush here, and then I am going to go into this gold over here and kind of do it underneath my brows, just to make them stand out a little bit. I will say that this formula, very, very creamy. I've been looking a lot lately at the formulas, and they have a lot of moisturizing ingredients. I'm checking my messages because my husband right now is at the doctor's office because his foot has been in so much pain, and I'm worried that he might have fractured it. So fingers crossed, everything is good with him. But if I keep looking down, it's because I'm checking text messages to see like what's going on with him. So yeah, I don't know if putting the gold underneath my eyebrows here was like the best move. I was trying to figure out what to do with it. I'm really gonna work that out a little bit. It's like, it's not bad. It just feels like so much shimmer on my lids. Like, I needed mattes. Maybe even something a little bit more satiny, but this is just a little bit too much shimmer. We're going to press on and then use the last color here, the champagne color, and just put it in like the corner of my eyes because it's always nice to bring like a pop. I don't feel like this eye look is bad. It's certainly better than the first look I put together. I think I have a little footage left over so you can see what the original look looked like. I think I'm gonna go back and put like just a little bit more of this matte shade here. Just kind of tamper the shimmer down just a little bit here. I feel like it makes it a little bit more wearable. Oh, my youngest is up. I want to go get him breakfast real quick, and then I'll be back. Now that I finished putting that matte in the crease of my eyes, I'm going to go get my youngest breakfast, and then I'll be back. Oh my goodness, breakfast drama with the children. But they are good. I said my youngest son. I have 3 kids, 2 boys, and then my youngest is actually a daughter. But now that breakfast drama is situated, I am not going to move on for the eyes. I forgot I have the Stylo U pencil. I have the Stylo U pencil in the burnt potpourri. And I really loved this one. I'm going to line my eyes. I think this is the perfect shade for deeper skin tones. And honestly, I think I might try to line my lips with this too, because it's just such a beautiful like eggplant color. I think this, I love this shade so much. It gives you like just a subtle bit of deepness around your eyes, which I think plays really, really well. All right, I think I already apologize in advance for all the background noise and just having to stop and start. That's just the reality of being a mom. I have 3 neurodivergent children and I have ADHD myself. So it is what it is, but I'm still hoping that this review can be useful for somebody. If not, I get to play in makeup and it is so very fun. So what I really like about the Stylo U pencils is they are so creamy and they stay put. I have some pencils, you know, I used to buy Wet n Wild pencils a lot. I still really like NYX pencils, but they smudge so easily throughout the day. I feel that once this gets kind of laid down on the skin, it's staying there until like at least 48 hours, and then it starts to break down, or 24 hours and it starts to break down. Or if I really scrub with some water. So yeah, the Stylo pencils are great. Now that I've kind of put that there, I think I want just a little bit more shimmer in my eye. So I'm going to, funny, I'm saying I want a little bit more shimmer in the corner of my eye. This is nothing but shimmer, but I'm putting just a little bit more of that kind of light champagne-y gold in the corner of my eyes. Might have overdone it, but I don't think this is a bad eye look. I was really uninspired by the one that I did last time. This is something I could work with. I don't think it's bad at all. I like it. So next I want to move on to my cheeks. I am going to be using this pink and orangey shades here from the Enchanted Night palette from the Winter's Tales collection. I'm going to be careful not to overdo it on this pink because it's very easy to overdo it. So I'm just going to pat a little bit of that pink onto my cheeks, and you can see that with just like a little bit, it goes a long way. And then I'm going to take this orange on top and kind of layer it on top just to give me like a nice kind of warmish blush. I think that's a beautiful blush. So this is my base for this. So while this can be used for the cheeks, none of these are really going to work as a blush on me, but they will all be amazing highlighters. So I'm going to go in with this champagne color. And I'm not going to use a fan brush. I'm going to use something a little bit more concentrated. And kind of just put that over my cheeks. So that is, it's pretty. It's pretty. It's definitely giving me, I want to try the, I'm not going anywhere really serious today. So I think I'm going to try the champagne-y one on my cheeks as well. So there's not a lot of color base to this for me on my cheeks. It's pretty much just like kind of, you know, rose gold shimmers on my cheeks. So it's pretty, but it's not like really a blinding highlight or anything like that. I'm going to try the champagne color on my other cheek. Oh, now that is stunning. That is kind of like this wet highlighter look. That one is good for a highlighter. I like that. You can tell the difference. Very subtle, very subdued, just kind of like rose gold sparkles over here versus over here. This is like dripping. I like that. So I'm gonna buff that out just a little bit. And I'm gonna buff it down too so it diffuses into my blush and not just straight across my face. I like that a lot. It really blends well into the blush that I laid down beforehand too. So I'm just gonna go and add some of that on this side as well. I feel like that rose gold would look really good down the nose. Like I feel like that would be one that would look really, really good down the nose. So I'm gonna try that. Now that my cheeks don't look too dissimilar, I'm gonna use the tip of here, I don't wanna get a new brush, and kind of dip it in there and just go down my nose, highlight my nose just a little bit. I do feel like that works perfect on the nose because it's not like a blinding highlight, so I don't look like Rudolph, but it gives me like just enough of some light reflection on my nose to look really, really pretty. That will probably look really good on the Cupid's bow too. I'm just gonna do like this. I think that's pretty. I think that's really pretty. So there were some Rouge Cocoa Bombs a part of this collection too. If you read my blog, I'm not really a fan of those. I have duotone lips and they're very pigmented. And so these don't really show up the best on my lips. They're kind of like flat. They're not a really good look. But I do have some from previous collections that I've tried. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Stylo U pencil and use it to line my lips and then put one of those cocoa bombs on top. And the reason I'm doing this is because this is like such a nice dark averaging shade. I think it'll look really good. Now that the lips are lined, I'm going to take this Rouge Cocoa Balm and just kind of put it on my lips. And this one is similar to this shade right here. I don't remember what it is, but I'll put it on the screen. So if you want something similar, this is the shade from the collection you want to get. I do think that's pretty. Oh, with this liner, I actually don't think this lip look looks bad at all. I think it's a really pretty lip look. Like I said, there's a very similar shade a part of this collection, so I'll go ahead and leave the similar shade linked down below for you guys as well. I'm going to top it off with a lip gloss. This one is the Rouge Cocoa gloss. I generally use burnt sugar, but I think that's in my bag, so, and I'm not, it's been a struggle getting this done. So I'm just gonna go with the one that I have. I don't know what this one is called though. I'll put the name when I find it, but this one's pretty cute too. I don't know, something about a glossy lip. I live for a glossy lip. I feel like, especially with how high shine this look is, the gloss is perfect. Now I did skip the green Stylo U pencil that they had, but this one's very similar. So if you want like a similar look, like with the green, just feel like playing around. I'll put the green in the corner of my eyes right there to give me some color, because oh, I love having just a little bit of color. Let that green fade into the purple underneath my eyes. Okay, I think that's it. All right, you guys, so this is the final look. I feel like this look was better the second time I got to play in it, so maybe I just need to play in makeup multiple times before I sit down and film a video. Maybe this was God's sign to me to not rush this and give it a good second chance before I came out with my thoughts. But these are the thoughts that I have so far on this collection. Starting off with the Jeux De Lumiers palette. I hope that I'm saying that right. I think just at first glance, this palette is absolutely gorgeous looking, right? These are all colors that all of us know, we love. They're great colors. I just feel like this is not a palette that you use on its own. I feel like it's better paired with some other shades, and they do have a large range of ombre essential colors. I think they released 4 ombre essential colors in this collection, but they have a lot that you can buy that would play very well with this palette. My concern is that this palette is $88 for, you're getting 0.42 ounces of pigment here, or product here. The Dior Backstage palette, it's 32, I think, 35.35 ounces, very similar shades. It's going to do the exact same thing as this palette is going to do for a smaller price point. And it's less product, but not that much less product. So the formula for this is just, it's wonderful. I love the formula, but I don't think this is a palette that most people are gonna need to run out and get. And if you're really just looking for the colors, I think more people are gonna be better served by this Dior palette. Again, the weight of the amount of product that you're getting is very similar. This is gonna be about, you know, 30 to 50% less in price for getting a comparable product. But this is gorgeous. It's Chanel, and I think a lot of collectors are going to love having this, regardless of the price or just how redundant some of these colors are. This ombre essential was very essential, I feel like, to this look. It provided like a matte shade that I feel was like just desperately needed to bring this look together. Without it, I think it would have just been too much on anybody's skin. So I definitely loved having this. That said, if I wasn't reviewing this collection and just buying on my own, I have a lot of matte shades that do a very similar thing. Even just within the other Chanel Quad and Quint palettes, you don't necessarily need to have this shade. I will say that this Latte Frappe is a beautiful kind of neutral brown, warm brown. I suppose it can't be neutral if it's warm. It tends more warm, but the color itself is very like nudie, and I love it. I think it's a beautiful base color. I'm not mad that I bought it. Now, I can't remember how much these singles are, but I do know that they are expensive. Now, Chanel does label it multi-use. I'll see exactly what they mean by multi-use, and I'll leave it down below. But it says multi-use, and then it says eyeshadow. So I really feel like it's meant to just use around the eyes, you know, and not really formulated for anywhere else. That said, beautiful, beautiful color. Not sure that you need to run out and get it, but it is a very beautiful shade that I think is going to be very versatile for a lot of people, and you won't be mad if you have this. For me, the standout here was the Stylo U waterproof pencil in the burnt potpourri. I feel like this eggplant aubergine color is just so gorgeous. I feel like it's going to work on so many people's skin tone. I keep saying that I don't really like buying basic products from luxury brands because you can get kind of the same feel and vibe if you're buying drugstore, even like just department store makeup. It doesn't have to be it doesn't necessarily have to be ultra luxury, and Chanel, let's not kid ourselves, is ultra luxury makeup. But I feel differently about the Stylo U pencils, and I feel like that's because of how they're formulated. These are long wear. They work really, really well. Like I said, if I put this on, it's not smudging. I can cry, I can rub my eyes. It's going to stay put for a long time, and it will come off after about 24 hours, or if you like really put some elbow grease in and like clean your face. But this is staying put, and I just love how long wearing it is. Of course, there are other options out there, but I am willing to spend the money on the Stylo U pencils every single time because I do really feel like these are worth their weight in salt. And I also feel like this did a good job lining my lips. I have a couple other lip pencil liners from Chanel, and I'm not a big fan, but I finally tried lining my lips with it today, and I'm not sure if it's just the color or whatnot, but this did such a great job. Now, granted, this is not formulated for the mouth, which is probably not a good idea for me to try it, but I tried it and I think I like it. So if they can come out with a color like this for the lips that applies like this to the lips, I would absolutely love it. I do want to take another minute again to apologize for how all over the place this video is. Like I have mentioned, I am a mom of 3 young ones, and oh my goodness, between that and the camera, it was just all over the place. But I hope that this video was helpful if you are contemplating buying this collection. I would say if you have like a good reason why you want to spend about $100 on a highlighter palette, absolutely go get this palette because it's great. If you don't have a good reason to buy a $100 highlighter palette, it's your money. You can do what you want. Anyway, that is my review of the Jeux De Lumières collection from Chanel for spring 2025. I can't believe we're in spring 2025 already. It's crazy. Anyway, I hope that this review was helpful for you. If it was, let me know down below. I will have the Winter Tales collection uploaded right after this one, probably within a day or two. I already had it done. I just, since this was out now, I wanted to get this up since I am sloughing and I am moving slow. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, noon, night, whatever time it is you're watching this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.